All right, welcome to my first Frostgrave Solo game in this new campaign. If you watched the last video, you know that I made a wizard who is an enchanter. I have an apprentice, I have 4 thugs, and 4 archers. And so what I'm going to be doing in this game, I'm not playing any of the scenarios. Instead, what I'm going to do, I've placed 3 treasures, one in the center, and one right here, and one right there. They're slightly further away on that half, so I'll have to go a little deeper to get them. What I'm going to do for a house rule, normally when you, at the end of a turn, you roll a d20, and I think on an 11 or higher, I'll check, it could be a 10 or higher, you roll for a random monster to appear. So when you roll it, one might appear, one might not. What I'm going to do to keep this interesting is, every other turn, I will roll a random creature. But I will also roll on, I won't roll for random, there will just be a random creature. But on the odd number rounds, I will roll. So I could be shooting myself in the foot here, but given that I don't have an opponent with a warband, I think that could keep things a little exciting. So before I get going, I wanted to show you the layout, the treasure placement. The video is slightly, I can only raise the camera so much. My warband is right down here. You can just barely see them out of the line, but I'll be moving into here. So what we're going to do is we're going to call, what I do is I start from 12 o'clock. That's 12, 3, 6, 9, right? So what I'm going to do is when a creature appears, I will roll a d12 and I'll place that on the square mat at approximately that point. So if I roll a 3 o'clock, it'll go right here. If I roll a 4 here, or right here. If I roll a 5 here, or maybe 5, 6, you know, I'll do my best to, you know, to lay it out. Maybe if this was circular, that would help. So what I'm going to do to start out with, we are going to start out with some random creatures in 2 corners. So if you have your book, I feel like a teacher, turn to page 177 and you'll find the bestiary table. Now you roll a d20 for the column and a d20 for the row. I'm always going to use this blue and the green die. The blue will be column, and the green will be row. So for the blue, I rolled a 19. For the green, I rolled a 7. So if I consult the table, 19 and 7 is an imp. So I need to go get an imp mini. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a d12. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't have a d12 handy, so let me go ahead and get one. Just one second. I know I've got one. d12. Here we go. So a d12, I'm going to roll it. 4. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be right about here. So I'm going to put that there. Let me get the imp mini. And I'll put that right here. And then for the second monster, I rolled a 14 and a 15. That corresponds to a medium construct, which is kind of like a wooden golem. I actually have one of those. Let me get it. And what I'll do is I'll roll the d12 again. It is going to be at 9, which is right over here. All right. So I've got two bad guys, two creatures located. I've got my warband all set up. All that's left to do is to, by the way, when I'm playing solo, the normal, when you're playing an opponent, you move your wizard first, and then your opponent moves wizard. Then you go apprentice, apprentice, soldiers, soldiers. But when you're playing solo, you go wizard, wizard, apprentice, apprentice, creatures, then soldiers. So I've got to remember that. The creatures will move before the soldiers. If I mess that up, you just keep playing, right? The whole point here is to have fun. As always, I will tell you, I play a lot of games. I can't remember every rule, so I'll do my best to explain the rules as I understand them, and I will do my best to play them. If I miss a rule, just let it go. Just let it go, and I will hopefully try to catch it later. All right, so let me do one more thing. Let me make sure I have all my dice Let me get some minis, some walls, because I have a spell that casts wall. Let me get a few things taken care of here, and we'll get started with the game. All right, I am going to have my wizard move first. Now, in Frostgrave, there's this thing called group activation. Your wizard can do it, and your apprentice can do it. You can move up to 3 of your soldiers, whether they're specialists or standard. You can move up to 3 of them in the same turn as your wizard or your apprentice if they are within 3 inches of the wizard at the beginning of the turn, and they have to do their move action first. So that is what I'm going to do right here. Now, fortunately for me, I believe all of my minis, including my wizard and apprentice, have a movement of 6. So very easy to remember. So what I do is I usually move the first mini when I'm group activating. I move the first mini, and then I move the ones behind it in the same formation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my ruler here, and I'm going to move the first thug here, and then I'm just going to put my others sort of where they go, like that. I didn't have to measure out the 2 because they didn't move their full 6. Now, the other thing you need to know in Frostgrave is a character can double move. If you double move, your second movement is half of your move speed. So I could take these 3 guys and I could send them 3 more inches because they move 6, now they can move 3. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm not going to have them move. Instead, I'm going to have one of my archers shoot at this imp, and I'm also going to have my wizard cast a spell. Now, you can do these in any order you want, but what I'm going to do is I have something called Enchant Weapon. I have to roll, my wizard has to roll an 8, so I'm looking to roll an 8 or higher on the blue. I rolled an 11, so I was able to cast +1 on my, what is that, dark gray? Yeah, dark gray archer. I'm going to put dark gray, and he is now +3 to shoot. All right, so let's go back and let's look at the imp's stats. And if I look at the imp, and the imp is under, I'm trying to remember where they're located. They're under the demon section. Yeah. All right, so an imp has a move of 6, a fight of +1, a shoot of 0, an armor of 10, and 6 health, and a will of +4. So what I'm going to do is, first off, you want to track your successes and your failures of the spells you cast because you get XP. So I need to make a note that my wizard has a success on the spell, and then I'm going to have this archer shoot at this. The archer is +3. Now when I shoot, I'm going to be using the blue die for my wizard and the green die for the enemy. I need to find a red die. That would make it easy to remember. The blue is me, and the green is the imp. Now the green, the imp has a +1 fight. Anytime you shoot at an enemy or hit them with a sword or whatever, they're going to use their fight. You compare the dice rolls, and whoever is higher wins. Now you can win the roll, you can win the combat, but still not do any damage because they have armor. So let's see what happens here. I'm +3, so I want to add 3 to the blue and 1 to the green. I got a 12 to its 10. So it got 11 and I got 15. I win. So his roll no longer matters, or the imp's roll. I take my roll 15, I subtract his armor, which is 10, and that's how much damage I do. I did 5 damage. He has 6 health, so he's down to 1 health. He is wounded. When you get below 4, when you are at 4 or fewer health, you're wounded, which means you only get 1 action. So that imp will only get 1 action this turn. My grunt has a double move, but he can't shoot, and he cannot get to the imp in time. If I move my other archer, he's not going to be able to take it because that will be his second action. He won't be able to get a shot. But I am going to move my second archer up just so I get a shot. And I moved it less than 3, so I don't need to measure that. He will get a shot on his next turn. That is the end. Actually, and I'm going to move the grunt right here as well. That is the end of the apprentice's turn. Now we go to the, I'm sorry, that's the wizard's turn. Now we go to the apprentice. Now over here, the apprentice team has almost a straight shot to this treasure. The point of the game, depending on who you ask, if you talk to different opponents, some opponents I play, they like to go full combat against the other wizard, you know, just head to head. Some are all about get the treasure and get out of dodge and survive to fight another day. That is what I tend to do when I'm playing solo and against a human opponent. I'm not so much interested in killing my opponent's wizard or apprentice, because when you do that, it kind of, I'm not going to say it messes up the game, but it messes up their game, because they have to invest money in a new wizard. They have to what's called promote the apprentice to wizard, and then buy another apprentice. And it's totally allowed, and there are plenty of players that do it. So just be aware of that. But right now, my goal is treasure, 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 get out and live to fight another day. So my apprentice is going to first do a group activation. So everybody's going to move 6, and I'm going to use this one right here to get him out here. And then everybody else is going to be placed relative to how that was. Now, I have a spell called Telekinesis. Telekinesis allows me to move any treasure within 16 inches and line of sight. So my apprentice is here. There's the treasure, and it happens to be 16, almost closer to 17 inches. So the wizard can see that treasure. So what I want to do is I want to roll to move that treasure closer, so I don't have to go too far. Now, the apprentice does not roll. Normally, the wizard casts telekinesis by rolling a 10 or higher, but the apprentice has to roll a 12 or higher. So, not as easy. There's less than a 50-50 chance, but I'm going to try it. I rolled a 2. All right, so not only did my apprentice have a failure, but I missed the roll by a total of 10 points. Now, when you that's called a miscast. When you miscast a spell, depending on how far or what the range of numbers is between the target number you were aiming and your actual roll, you can take damage. For 5 to 9, you would only take 1 damage. For 1 to 4 points, you take no damage. But for 10 to 19, you take 2 damage. He missed by 10, so he will take 2 damage. So he's automatically down to 10 health. And he failed. So I made a mark of the fail, and I lowered his health by 2. Now, one of my archers has a shot on the oops, sorry guys, sorry for the noise. One of my guys, let's see. Oh yeah, he has. Only one of my archers has a shot, but I prefer ranged attacks before they get in close. So this archer is going to shoot at that medium construct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up medium construct, and a medium construct has a move of 5, a fight of +3. So my archer is +2 fight, +2 shoot. So I get +2. The construct gets +3. Oh, all right. This is bad. I rolled a 19. 19 + 2 is 21. But he rolled a 20, and 20 + 3 is 23. He wins. I don't take any damage because it was range attack, but basically the arrow just flies over this head, and I missed. So I did miss. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this archer a little bit out so that he'll get a shot on the next turn. And that is the end of the apprentice's turn. Now we go to the creatures. Let's do him first. The medium construct has a move of 5. So he sees, there's a whole algorithm in the book about how to handle where a monster will move. If it doesn't see me, it involves a random roll, and we may get to that at some point, but right now he can totally see me. So he's going to move 5 inches, and because he still can't reach me, he'll move 2.5 more to double move. So he's going to move right about there. So he's coming at me. The imp, I think, had a movement of 6, was it? Yeah, 6. And it's wounded. So the closest enemy is this archer. And believe it or not, he can do it. He can reach me. Now, if a mini is in less than an inch of another mini, it can choose to snap to it, like engage it in combat. So that is what the imp is doing here. Or, likewise, I could do it. I play it so that the enemy creatures always want to hurt you, so they are always going to snap to you. So right now, one of my archers is engaged with the imp, but the imp can't attack because it's wounded and it only gets one action, which was its move. So the creatures have moved, so now it's my soldier's turn. These two soldiers, I'm sending them right up the middle, hopefully to get the treasure. So they can move a total of 9 inches. Right there, and right there. So they are done. And that is the end of the round. Now, this is an odd round. So, I'm going to do a 50-50. If I roll an 11 or higher, another creature appears. I rolled a 20. All right, let's see what appears. My dice are falling everywhere. We'll turn to page 177. And remember, blue is the row. 11 and 3. 11 and 3 are 4 giant rats. So let me get some rats. And I know I've got rats. Where are they? Come on, rats. Giant rats. Hold on. Rats. Where are you? Come on. I know I got giant rats. Oh, here they are. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oops, and I dropped one and broke it. All right, that's all right. The tail broke. Okay. Now, let's look up the rats just to be sure, because I think the rats stay together. Rats. Giant rat. They are pack hunter. So if you look up pack hunter back here, Pack Hunter says, if more than one of these creatures appear at the same time, place them in base contact. Whenever a Pack Hunter is activated, all other packs in contact with it should be activated and moved as one. Roll randomly to see which creature is the pack leader and determine the pack sections at that figure. All right, so first I need to place them. 2, 12, 1, 2. So all 4 rats are going to be right up here at the, and they move together. So there we are. All right. Not good. I got 3 bad guys on, or 3 sets on. All right, so now we go back to the wizard phase. All right, I have someone engaged. Now, I can group activate again because all 3 of them are within 3 inches of my wizard. So remember, you have to do a move first. So my archer is going to move around here. My thug is going to move here. Why am I doing that? I'm surrounding the enemy, so it's 3 to 1. When you surround an enemy, the rules can get a little complicated here, but it's real easy when it's just your team versus one of theirs. I get +2 fight modifier for each of my soldier types. So what I'm going to do right now, they've moved. I'm going to have my wizard move right here. And now I can do the fight and spell cast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my wizard cast telekinesis. I need to roll a 10 to move that treasure closer. I rolled a 5. I am not going to take damage. What you can do, if you like, you can give up health points to raise the roll. So if I want to make that roll a success, I need it to be a 10. I need to lose 5 health to make that work. I don't think it's worth it right now, and since I missed the roll by 5, I take a point of damage. So my health goes down to 13. All right, so he failed it, and I'll mark it as a failed spell. Remember, you get XP for casting failed spells or success spells. All right, now I'm going to do the combat, and I'm going to choose my thug to attack first. My thug is plus, where is it? My thug is +2 fight, and he gets +2 and +2 for the allies that are surrounding him. So I'm +6 to the imp's +1, if I remember right. Let me turn back to that. The imp, I believe, was +1. Yeah, all right, come on. +6 to +1. I rolled a 12 to its 16. So 12 plus 6 is 18, and its 16 plus 1 is 17. So I win the combat, and he only has 1 hit point left, so he is dead. Now, if he didn't die, as the winner of the combat, I have the option of shoving the opponent away 1 inch. So I can move him an inch away, and he's no longer engaged, then my archers could have shot at him. But fortunately, I did not need to do that. I will make a note that you also get XP for creatures you killed. So I will make a note that I killed creatures killed. I'll tally a 1 there. And wizard's gone. Thug. My archers could go because, well, one moved, the other one didn't. If I move that one here, he could shoot at I'm going to move him. No, I can't because I group activated. Never mind. All right. That is all I have for the wizard. Let's go to the apprentice. Remember, move goes first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the thug 1 inch closer because if this guy comes, I want him to engage my thug. And now movement is done. I'm going to have my apprentice cast telekinesis again. I need a 12. I got a 14, so that's a success. And I can move the treasure up to 6 inches, so I'll move it 6 inches towards me. And the wizard, and that is the apprentice. Now, combat. I've got 2 guys that can shoot at the construct. I'll have him shoot first. Remember, he's +2 versus +3. Nice. I got a 19 to its 6. 19, and let's find the construct. The medium construct has 12 armor. So 19 minus 12 is 7 points of damage. Its health is 12. So that guy has 12 minus, I can't do the math, 19, 12, 7 points, so he's got 5 health left. So I'm just going to mark it with a 5 here, that he's got 5 health. And my other archer is going to shoot at him. Again, +2 versus +3. I lost. I rolled a 3 to its 12. So I missed it, and that is all I can do. I will skip this round, or I won't do anything else. And now it is the Construct's turn. Construct can move 5, and I believe that is going to get him to my thug. It will. He moves to my thug. He's not wounded, and he is +3, and my thug is +2, so he will attack. Oh, I rolled a 1 to its 17. This is bad. 17 plus 3 is 20. His armor is 10, and his health is 10. So that thug has gone bye-bye. I've lost him. Now, does that mean he's permanently dead? No. At the end of the game, there is a section of the rule book where you go and you roll random dice to see if your soldiers truly died. Maybe they got a bad injury that carries over to the next game. Maybe they're knocked out for a game. Maybe they're killed. And the same for your apprentice and your wizard. Just because they're knocked out of the game does not necessarily mean they're dead. So that thug is out of the game, but not necessarily dead. But even if he dies, he has a cost of 0, so I can easily replace him in the next game. All right, that is it for them. Now, let's do this. The creatures cannot see me. No. Nope. They can't see me. So let's go to the movement rules for random creatures. So is the creature in combat? So first off, I'm just going to say the one in front is the leader. You play that because of its pack animal. You play that as the leader. Is the leader in combat? No. Is there a warband member in sight? No. I can look and tell that they cannot see them, and they definitely can't see them. No. Proceed to step 3. Random movement. The creature will take an action to move. Determine a random direction. All right, so for this, remember, I'm going to roll the d12. I rolled a 7. So 7 is 6. It'd be right here. So it is going to move. The rats move. Let's see what the rats move. I think they move 6. All right, the rats move 6. So I'm just going to move him 6 inches. I'll put him right there. Now, yes, now the rats can see me. They can see these guys. Now, since they can see me, they'll move their half move, which is another 3, and that will put them all right here. So I've got 4 rats heading my way. That is the end of the creature phase. He moved and attacked. They moved. Now it's my soldier phase. Well, They all group activated. They all group activated. I've just got 2 soldiers. So I'm going to send my soldiers to grab that treasure. So 6 inches, we'll put it right there. And then, is that 3? 3. I'm going to put it right here. This guy will do the exact same thing. I'm playing them in pairs. And then he'll move right here. He's just going to play guard duty. Now, the downside is the rats are closer to him, but I'm hoping to be able to finish them off so that they can get this treasure away. That is it for the soldier phase. Now, as I told you, on even phases, I will always roll for a random creature. Because, you know, you got to make it hard on yourself, right? If I find that this is just too difficult, if I'm getting like swamped by creatures, I'll change the house rule. But for right now, I'm going to roll my 2 dice. I rolled a 10 and a 17. 10 and a 17 is 2 ice spiders. Let me get those. I do have ice spiders. There we go. All right, 2 ice spiders coming up. Let's roll where they appear. They appear at 9, so they're also over here. And they can obviously see me, so that's bad. All right, that is it for that. It is now the wizard's turn. Let me see. Okay, the wizard has enchant weapon, grenade. I think I'm going to do grenade. Let's see. I could do push. Push and grenade have the same cost. So the grenade spell, which is one of my enchanter spells, it says, spellcaster takes an object, such as a rock, imbues it with natural energy, and throws it at a target, whereupon it explodes. The spellcaster picks a target within 14. Well, they're within 14. Every figure, including allies, within 1.5 inches of that point suffer a +3 shooting attack. Use the target point as the ordinary attack. Okay, so basically, there's 2 things going on here. 1, I have to roll to cast the spell successfully. That if I cast it successfully, that doesn't mean the grenade explodes. Then it says, if you read the instructions, it says each creature within 1.5 inches of the point of where I'm talking gets a +3 shooting attack. So then for each of those 4 rats, I will roll the dice again as if the wizard is doing a shooting attack. So let's first see if I can cast the spell. I need a 10. I got a 16. So the spell is cast successfully. Let me now do the shooting roll. So what I do is I come back here to the rats. Remember, the rats are, I think, +1 fight. I need to get some cards with all these creatures so I can just keep this out. Yeah, the rats are actually +0 to fight, armor 6, and they have a health of 1. So all I got to do is just hit them once and they're dead. Hit them once and exceed their armor. Okay, so let's do the wizard is the one doing the shooting. So my wizard has a shooting of +0. So it's straight die versus die. So one of them, I got a 10 versus a 9. I win. 10 versus armor of, 6. So one of them is dead. So I'll take this one away. Let's do it again. I get to do it for all 4 of those. So roll number 2, 12 versus 2. That's another one gone. Next roll, 18 versus 17. Another one gone. Boy, that grenade spell's awesome. And then last roll, 3 versus 11. So he stays put. So he does not take any damage. So that was the wizard. And now I'm going to have my 2 archers shoot at that last, hopefully that last one there. So my first archer is +2. Actually, I'm going to have the archer with the +3. +3 will shoot versus its +0. I got, is that an 18 or a 2? Doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter because, well, it does matter because I got an 18 versus 1, and that is enough to kill 4 rats. And 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so those do count individually. Each one of them is an individual creature that you kill. So I've got one archer who I can't move because remember, I group activated, so move has to happen first. So they are technically done. What I should have done was had him move up a little bit, but I forgot to do it, and that's on me. Let's go now to the apprentice phase. The apprentice will move here, and the apprentice will cast push. Ooh, do I want to do that? That's going to be a hard spell to cast. Let's do enchant weapon. He needs to roll a 10, and I'm going to cast one of my archers here. I rolled a nat 20, so it's a success, and I'm going to give it to the purple archer. And we'll call him Purple Cloak. I got 2 purple archers, so purple with a cloak. So he's got a +3 to shoot. So his shoot versus this is +3/+3. Let's do it. I got a 5 versus 3. Now, I win. 5 + 3 is 8, but that's not enough to get through his armor of 12. So this guy will shoot. Same thing. Actually, no, he's just +2. +2 versus +3. I rolled a 5 to its 18. Ooh, did not help. All right, that's not good. Wow. Okay. So what's going to happen now is on its creature phase, this one is going to move here and engage, and he will attack my archer. He is +3 fight, and my archer is +1 fight. An 8 versus 17. 17 + 3 is 20. Wait, is it +3 or +5? I think it's +3. It doesn't matter. He's dead. I think my archer is dead. +3. So he rolled a 20. My archer's armor is 11. Oh, nice. So he's got 1 health left, and that's on the purple cloak. He's got 1 health left. Okay. Wow. So he is wounded. Let's go to the ice spiders here. The ice spiders have a movement of 6. They see them, so they will move 6 right there. He was sort of right behind him. And then the 3 will get them right here, but not close enough to attack. All right, now it is soldier phase. He attacked, they moved, yeah, soldier phase. He will pick up the treasure, and when you're carrying a treasure, you do half movement. So his half movement is going to be 3 inches, so I'm just going to move him outdoors here. This guy is going to move to his side, and that is the end of the soldier phase. So now we are on an odd number turn, and if you remember, I have to roll. If I roll an 11 or higher, there's a creature. I rolled a 3, so no creature this turn. That gives me some breathing room.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame Newsletter. Each week, the tabletop engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
All right, now back to my wizard stage. Let's see what we got. Okay, I got rid of them, got the spiders coming, and got him engaged. So it is now time for the wizard. I'm going to go ahead and cast telekinesis to try to get that treasure closer. If I fail, I'll send them on to get it. And I need a 10 or higher. I rolled a 16, so I'm able to move the treasure 6 inches closer, right there. And I'm not doing group activation. I chose not to do that because they would have had to move first, and I wasn't sure if I would successfully cast it. So let me go ahead and got that. And now on the soldier phase, I'll be able to move them to collect. What else? It is now the apprentice stage, and I've got these 2 spiders bearing down on me here. I'm going to go ahead and cast Grenade with the apprentice on the spiders. I'm going to do a group activation. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and... I can't... You can always shoot into combat, but there's a 50-50 risk of hitting your own teammate, so I'm not going to do that, although he's down to just 1 hit point. Oof. All right, let me think. The spiders are dangerous. Let's go ahead and see if I can cast Grenade. I need a 12. I got a 6. Ooh. I would have to lose 6 health, and that would put me down to 4. And then that would succeed at the grenade, but then I still have to do the shooting attack, which Do I want to do that? I'm going to take a risk here, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the 6 health loss, cast that spell successfully, and then, how do I not have an even 6, 7, 8? I do. I will cast it, and now it's a +3 roll versus the ice spiders. They have a fight of +1, an armor of 8, and 4 health. So let's shoot the closest one. See if I'm +3 shoot. That is a 13 versus 2. 13 minus 8 is 5. Health of 4, so I do kill 1. So let's do that. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a spider. And then the next attack on the next spider is also +3 versus +1. I got a 12 versus a 13. So that spider lives. Not good. All right, and that gives me my archer to shoot. My archer with the dark purple is just a +2 shoot. So +2 versus +1 fight. I got a 4 versus 15, so the archer misses. Oh, man. Okay, not good. Now it is the enemy phase. All right. The spider will move and engage this archer, and it will get an attack. It is +1 fight. My archer is also +1 fight, so it's even. I got a 10 versus its 7. So my 11 does hit. 11 minus 8 is 3. So that one has 1 damage. It is wounded. And I need another die. Where can I get another red die? It only has 1 health left. All right, well, that's good. Then the medium construct is going to attack my archer now with 1 health. So I really have to win this one. The archer is +1 fight. The medium construct is +3. And I die. 14 plus 3 is 17. So the archer is gone. And that is that. Now, that also means that he's got a move left, so he will engage with, well, he's closer to, but I don't know how to play this. He's just as close to the archer. Let's do a random roll here. So sometimes when you play a game like Frostgrave, you and your opponent, or if you're playing solo, sometimes you need to make a decision. And in this case, the construct could easily engage my apprentice, or it could engage the archer. So let's do this. I'll roll a d12. Evens, it's going to attach to my apprentice. I rolled a 1, so it will instead move and engage my archer, which is probably a good thing because that will allow me to do something in a moment. All right, all the bad guys have gone. It is now, we're on an even round, so an enemy automatically appears. So let's go to 177. I will roll the 2 dice. I got an 18 and a 15. 18 and a 15 is a snow troll. Let me get that many. Snow troll. Let me see. What can I do for that one? I'll use this. Okay. So I have a snow troll. It's actually kind of looks like a Sasquatch. Let's see where it enters play. At 5. 1, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will enter down here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it's right here. Okay. So I'm putting it entering. And apologies that my camera just can't quite get the full 3x3 here. I'll work on that. I'll try to get the camera angle improved. Okay, so he appeared, and it is now my turn. Let's go ahead. The wizard will... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't do soldier. Soldier phase. So in between rolling that, and all, the soldier phase would happen, which is these 2 guys and these 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the thug move and pick this up. That's his action. And I'm also going to have the archers get in front of my wizard. That's all they'll do. And then this guy because he has the treasure, remember, he moves half speed. So the first movement, which would normally be 6, is 3 inches. And then the next half movement is 1.5. So he can move 4.5 inches when he double moves. So I'm going to take him and we're going to go all the way to here, 4.5. And I'm going to bring this guy with him to sort of guard him. That was the soldier phase. All right. Then then I would roll for the bad guy, and now we go to the wizard phase. The wizard is going to turn, and he can see, based on my placement, he can see this guy. Now I do have a spell called Wall. I could do this. I could block him off and make him go around. I'm going to try to cast Wall. I need to roll a 12, and I rolled a 5, so I did fail that. That's not good. And this, I'm going to group activate. So this guy will not move, but he can shoot at the, what did I say that was? I can't remember. Let me look it up again. It was a snow troll. That's right, snow troll. So the snow troll is, oh, he's big. He is a 4 move, +4 fight, 14 armor, 16 health. Oh, man. He is also large and strong. These are, a lot of the creatures will have these characteristics, so you got to look them up and see. So large means this huge creature is easier to target with shooting attacks. It suffers from a -2 modifier when defending against shooting attacks. So if I hit it, or whenever I roll, I will subtract 2 from its roll. And then also it is strong. The creature does +2 damage when it hits. All right, so let's go ahead and shoot this guy. I get 1 shot at it. That is my purple, or no, my dark gray. So he's +3. And this one is, the snow troll is -2 on his fight. So he's only +2. Is that right? Large. Let me double check that. Large. The large target modifier is -2 when defending against shooters. So he's down to a +2 fight versus a +4. So +3, +2. And I miss. I rolled a 3 versus a 6. So he's at 8 and I'm at 6. So he still misses. All right. That is all I can do for the wizard phase. What am I going to do? The apprentice. Well, the apprentice is not engaged. So I'm going to do a long shot here. I am going to... I could do a grenade and put it here so that it only hits these 2. The grenade is going to cost me 12. The easier thing to do, well, there's nothing easy. A push is 12. A grenade is 12. Let's do push. I could push the... let's see if I do it. So first thing I need to do is I need to do a push. To do it, I need to roll a 12. And I rolled a 5. I will fail that by 7 points, so I take a point of damage. I am down to 3, and I'm going to have him, well, he can't move because I'm doing a group activation. So, this is not good. What I should have done was move, then do it, because I wanted to run. So I can still do that. I'll say I ran 6 and then cast the spell. So 6 would have put me here, and he won't move. He's going to stay put. So I cast the spell, it fails, and now the poor archer is going to have to fight with 2 versus 1. So remember, they get a bonus of +2. So on the creature's turn, well, it's not the creature's turn, it's my turn. So he's going to shoot. Who's he going to fight? I'm going to have him fight the spider, because the spider's got 1 health. So the spider's fight was, I can't remember. Spider's fight was +1. He also gets +3 because he has an ally. So the spider is he gets +2. So he's at +3, and my archer is at +1. Ugh, all right. And this is not a shooting attack. This is a fighting attack because they're in base to base. I got an 11 plus 1 is 12, but the bad guy got an 11 plus 3, which is 14. So 14 versus my armor of 11 is 3, which means my poor archer... Oh no, I already lost one archer. This archer's at full health. So 14 minus 11 is 3 hit points of damage. He is down to 7. Let's see. That cloak is out. This guy was the dark purple. And so if he has 11 health, 11 armor, 14 minus 3, so he's at 7 health. So he's not fully injured yet. Now the bad news is they're going to get an attack because it is now the enemy phase. So let's do the spider first since I'm already there. The spider is plus 3 versus my plus 1. And I got a 1. It got a 12. 12 minus 11 is 1 point, so he's down to 6. And now the construct attacks. This is where it's going to hurt. The construct is normally plus 3 to fight, but he gets the bonus plus 2 because of the spider, so he's at plus 5 versus my plus 1. Well, this is good. I got 14, and 7 plus, what did I say, 3 plus 2 is 5, 7 plus 5 is 12. So I win. 14 versus the construct. 14 versus the construct. His armor is 12, so I do 2 points of damage. So he's down to 3 health, which means he is wounded, so he can only get 1 action. And I'm going to push him back an inch. Remember, if you win a fight, you can choose to push that enemy away. So he survived. He survived the spider, and he survived the construct. It is now my soldier phase. He went. So it's just these two guys and this guy. All right. I am going to get this guy out of here. You can leave off of any edge. So what I'm going to do is he can move 4.5 inches. So he'll move here and there. And then this guy can move 4.5. 4.5 would be right here and here. And I'm going to send this guy running over here to help. He's a thug, so he's free. He can move 9, so he'll go 5, 7. I'll put him here. He can't quite do much. He can't engage, but he can get close. All right, so the soldiers have all gone. Oh, I still got a treasure out here. You know what? I'm going to retro that. Well, I want that treasure. We have to defeat these two guys. All right. Oh, and I got this guy. I forgot the Sasquatch. Sasquatch can move, I think it was 4. So let me go back. The snow troll can move 4. So he sees this guy, so he moves 4, and then he moves 2 more, which is 6. So he can move 6 inches, which puts him right there. Hopefully you can see him at this point, right there. All right, so that, and then the soldier phase, done and done. And now it is the end of the round. I have to roll to see if a creature appears, 11 or higher. 19, yes, of course. So let's go back to page 177 and see what appears. 5 and 13. 5, a bear. Okay, I have a bear. Let me get a bear. I think I have a bear somewhere. We'll call, I know I have a bear. I don't want to keep you guys waiting over there while I'm looking at all my minis. So I tell you what I'll do. It's going to be a weird bear. Some sort of freaky orange looking bear. And let's see where he appears. That is a 2. So 12, 1, 2. So he'll appear up here. Probably not going to be too dangerous. But then again, he will move randomly. Well, yeah, he can't see anybody. All right. So it is now apprentice phase. My wizard phase. Sorry. The wizard. I'm going to cast Wall again and hopefully block this guy off and make him come around. Or do I want to just... A grenade would do it. A +3 attack. Oh no, he's got lots of health. Let's do... this is not good. I could curse him. The curse spell, I'm trying to remember what that does. Curse is a witch spell. and it really knocks him down a bit. Curse. The target will suffer -2 to all rolls, and at the end of the turn, the target may make a will roll to try to beat it. It was between Curse and Glow. Glow was a good one. All shooting attacks are at +3. Let's do Glow, because I've got 2 guys here that might be able to do this. So, Glow is, Glow costs 14 to cast. No, I don't think so. Do not think so. Man. Do I run? Get my wizards to safety and let the archers do their thing? So yeah, let's do this. I am going to, but if I move, well, I still see him. If I move right here, I'll still see him. I'm going to move. These guys are going to move. No, they're not. They're going to stay put. The reason for that is if an archer moves, it's -1 on its next to hit. Like if you shoot the next time, you subtract 1. So I don't want to move them. I want them to get their full shot. All right, so he moves and he's going to cast a spell. I'm going to try to cast Wall. Let's do Wall. Wall is a 12. I rolled a 5, so I failed it by 7. So I failed it, and I take a point of damage. So he's down to 12. No wall, but then these guys will each get a shooting action. The troll, man, the snow troll is +4. And let's do the good guy with +3 first. So +3 versus +4. I got an 8 versus 8, so it wins. And then this guy's going to shoot 2 versus 4. And I got a 12 versus a 12. So it's a tie, goes to the defender. So none of that hurt. Oh boy. All right. So that was the wizard phase. By the way, you get 2 actions. One of them has to be a move. If you choose not to move, you lose that action. That's why I can't take 2 shots or, two combat actions. Let's go over here to the apprentice. The apprentice cannot group activate. He's too far away, so he will cast a push spell, do I? I'm going to cast push to try and push the construct away. I need to roll a 12. Actually, I rolled a blue. I rolled an 8. I cannot take 4 damage to raise it up because he will die. He's only got 3 health left. So that is a failed spell. And the apprentice will move, well, no. Yeah, he'll just move back. He's close to the edge, so he can flee if he needs to. Now it's the enemy turn. Let's do... The construct will engage again. Man. And this guy will engage. So let's do... And we'll roll him in a minute. All right, let's start with the spider. The spider will attack this guy. The spider is +3 versus my +1. I got 8 versus 13. 13 minus 11 is 2 points of damage. He's down to 4, which means he is wounded. He only gets 1 action. And the spider only gets that 1 action. So the construct will now do his +3, +5 versus +1. And he kills me. He's got a 24. So my poor archer is gone. This guy... The snow troll is +4 to fight. However, I do have an ally there, which gives me +2. So the archer is +3 versus +4. +3 versus +4. I needed that. I got a +3. That 19 to its 19. I didn't need that, so he missed. Or the guy attacked and was not able to defeat me. All right. Well, that's good. I didn't win. I tied, so I can't push it back and do a shooting attack. That is it. Let's do the random one up here. He can't see, so which direction is he going to move? 3 o'clock. So he'll move this way. That is a bear. Let me see what his movement is. The bear moves 6. Ooh, okay. So 6 moves right here. At that point, he can see my wizard. So now he'll move 3, which puts him right there. Oh, man. All right. That is all of the bad guys. Now it is a soldier phase. All right, well, the good news is he can move off and I get a treasure. I don't want my wizard to die getting mauled by the bear. So in a moment, my wizard is going to flee. So I got one treasure. This guy is going to move his full 4.5, which is right there. And on his next turn, he will exit. It looks like I'm not going to be able to get that third and final treasure, but that's okay. All right. It is now the end. That one, all my soldiers. No, this guy has not gone. He will engage just the construct, so he doesn't get the bonus. So he is a +2, the thug is a +2 fight versus the +3 construct. So it's even. I got a 16. Oh no, is that an 18? 18 versus 13. So 18 minus, oh well, 18 plus 3 is 21. 21 minus 12, he's dead. So I killed the construct. That was good. It's another creature killed. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 creatures killed. All right, he's done, and that is all for my soldiers. It is an uneven round, so I roll to see if a creature appears, 11 or higher. I rolled a 16. Of course it does. Or was this even? I think this was an even one. Let's see how many spells I've cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Something's wrong here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to, the wizard forgot to fail on his wall. So I am even. So it automatically appears. So let's go ahead and roll to see what appears. That is a 6 and a 3. 6, 3 is a ghoul. Let me get a ghoul, and we will see where the ghoul shows up. Okay, ghoul, roll a d12. 4, which would be right about here, I guess. Not where I wanted him. So, it is now the wizard's turn. Well, the rules state if you exit the battlefield, you're safe, you're okay. So I'm going to get my wizard out of dodge. I've already lost 2 archers, a thug, and another thug. So, actually, no, one of the thugs went off with a treasure. I've lost 1 thug and 2 archers to this fight, so not good. Those archers are not cheap. They're like 125 gold each. All right, the wizard phase is over. Now it is the apprentice phase. The apprentice is going to try to kill this 1-point spider. How can I do that? A grenade? A grenade, maybe. I don't know. Let's try it. I got to roll a 12. I rolled a 6. So he fails it by 6 points, so he takes a point of damage. He is down to 2. My apprentice is going to leave the battlefield. And so all I've got is soldiers left on the battlefield. It is now the enemy phase. The spider will engage. The spider is +1 to my +2. Oh, it moves, so it can't. He only gets 1 action because he's injured or wounded. So he moves to engage, and that's all he can do. This guy, however, will attack. Oh, man. So I've got +2, +3, +2. I've got +2 fight, +2 fight, +4 versus +4. So it's even. 9 versus 2. Okay, that's not bad. 9 plus 4 is 13. The snow troll has how much health? Let's see. Snow troll. I rolled a 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 minus its armor of 14, so it does no damage. However, I can push it back an inch. Spider went. He went. All right, now these guys. The bear can move. 6 and 3 is 9, which is going to be enough to engage this guy. I knew that was going to happen. And the ghoul moves. The ghoul is an undead. So let's see where the undead is. A ghoul is a move of 6. He sees this guy, so 6 would get him there, and then he'll attack. So, man, the ghoul is +2. He's got an ally with a bear, which is +2, so he's +4 versus my +1 archer. I lost. 13 plus, what did I say? 4 +2 +2, 17. 17 minus 11, that is a green archer, is 6. 6 minus 10 is 4, so he is wounded as well. Great, that guy's wounded. All right, and then that is it. Soldier phase. All right, this thug will attack. It's +1 versus +2. Ooh, I die. 20 versus a thug is enough to kill my thug. Wow. This thug is getting off the field. He's out. And then, man, I hate that I missed that treasure. This archer, archers are not cheap. He is, I hate to lose all 4 archers, but I might be able to, no, I can't kill him. He's not wounded. He's not wounded. One of my archers says, see you, buddy. He can move 9, so he'll move 2 and then 7. That gets him over here. So this is sort of how I'm going to play it out. It is now time to roll for a, does someone show up? No. All right, no one shows up. So now it's the wizard's phase. The wizard is already gone. Sorry, I had to reset the camera. The wizard's already gone. The apprentice is already gone. So now it's the bad guy phase again. So these two, this guy will move in. Oh, this is going to be ugly. So let's just do the big troll. The troll is +4. And then he gets the +2 and +2. So he's at +8. Wow. +8 versus my measly +1. But, oh, I rolled a nat 20 versus its. Even though he rolled a 19, I rolled a nat 20. By the way, this is called the critical hit roll, and I do play with critical hit rolls. I should have probably told you that at the beginning. Let me tell you how this works. This is good, but it's still, I'm still not gonna. Where is the critical hit? I'm trying to remember. So the critical hit, if you roll a nat 20, basically it does a little extra damage. It's an automatic hit. So the other guy will hit as well, I believe. Where in the world is that? Shooting, combat, here we go. Falling, swimming, run for it. Moving into combat, group activation. Here we go. A 20 is always a success. When a warband member makes a die roll, including a combat roll, the figure may never have a total bonus greater than +10. That is just the maximum. Sorry, guys. I should know where the crit roll is, but I'm going to have to go to the contents here and look for it. Critical option to roll, page 55. Here we go. So, when a figure making a combat roll rolls a natural 20, it has scored a critical hit. It automatically wins the combat, even if the opponent is higher. Furthermore, it does an additional +5 damage. So here's the deal. I rolled a 20 plus is 1, 21. The snow troll has an armor of 14. That's 7 damage. But this says you do an additional +5 damage. 7 plus 5 is 12. And its health is 16, so it's still got 4 health left. So it's still alive, but I can push it back. Now, that might help a little bit because now it's going to let me fight the bear and the ghoul. So let's go ahead and do the bear. The bear is +4, and he gets the +2 moderate. +6 versus +1, and it rolled a nat 20. Now, crits don't apply to the bad guys, but in this case, 20 plus 4 is 24, which is more than enough to take out that poor lone archer. So that is done, and now it is my soldier phase, and my last archer will bug out, and that is the game. Man, I cannot believe that. All right, So while I got you here, let's go ahead and do this. If you have the book, if you turn to page 74, this is where you roll to determine who lives and who dies based on who went out. So let me show you this. I've got 1 thug, 2 thugs, and 3 archers. These are all soldiers. So I didn't lose my wizard, and I didn't lose my apprentice. Each one of these, I will roll a d20. If I roll a 9 or higher, they do a full recovery. If it's less than 9, bad things happen. So let's do the thugs. Thug 1, I rolled a 10. He's okay. Thug 2, I rolled an 18. He's okay. All right, now the archers. Archer 1, I rolled a 7. A 7 is badly wounded. So, the spellcaster, no, that's the badly wounded. Soldiers injured, they can remain in the warband and on the wizard sheet, but they cannot participate in the next game. After missing 1 game, they return. So, that means I either come back in next week with 9 warband members versus 10, or I release him from service and replace him with like maybe a thug. I'll have to think about it. I don't know yet. So, I've got a badly wounded... I've got to think about that. All right, number 2 archer, a natural 1. Can you guess what a natural 1 is? Dead. All right, totally dead. So I lost 1. That's 125 gold. And then the third one is a 5, and a 5 is badly wounded. Oh, man. Okay, so here's the problem. You're probably wondering, you're like, well, why don't you just get 2 free thugs? Well, your base of operations only has a certain number of beds. That's 10. 1 for your wizard, 1 for your apprentice, and then 8 soldiers. So if you keep a soldier who's badly wounded, since they can't play the following game, you can't replace them with a thug. You have to release them, which means you got to buy them back if you want a healthy archer. So I'm down 2 archers next week if I choose to keep them. If I don't keep them, that's 250 gold gone, but I can replace them with 2 free thugs. So I'm going to ponder on this. I don't know what I'm going to do there. The good news is I did get some XP. So let me tell you how much XP I got. The way this works is you get 5 points for each failed attempt. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 failed, so that is 30 XP. You get 10 for each success. I had 6 success, so I get 60 XP for the successes. You get 40 automatic XP if the wizard is in the game, so that's 40 XP. You get 40 for each treasure. I got 2 treasures, so that's 80 XP. And then it says for each uncontrolled creature killed, you get plus 5. I killed 7, was it? Yeah, 7 times 5 is 35. If I add this up, let's see, that's 90, 120, and 35. I can't do basic math. 5, 14, 245 XP. The maximum you can receive per game is 300. There are some exceptions to that. There's some spells that can give you some bonus. Sometimes the scenarios give you extra XP, but typically 300 is the most you can get. So I almost got 300. You can spend 100 XP to improve your wizard, and when you improve your wizard, you also improve your apprentice. It costs 100 XP to do some various things. I can gain a health point. I can decrease the cost of 1 spell by one point. So I could reduce telekinesis from a 10 to a 9, and if I do that, the apprentice also goes down to 11. So what I'm going to do, instead of, I'm going to go ahead and increase my health by 1. So my health will go to 15, which means my apprentice's health will go to 13. And I'm going to decrease the cost of a spell. Which one? Well, I really want to get glow reduced right now. So I'm going to reduce glow to a 13/15 for my apprentice. That glow is a really powerful spell, but it's just too high of a cost value right now to successfully cast it. To roll a 13 and higher or lower, to roll higher than a 13 is still going to be hard. All right, and then the last thing I get to do is the fun part. I get to see what the treasure is. All right, so on page 85, there is a table called the treasure table. It's a D20 table. You roll a D20 and it tells you what you got. I rolled a 5. A 5 is 40 gold, and 2 potions. All right, let me roll for the second treasure chest. That is a, what is that? That's an 18. An 18 is 80 gold and a grimoire. A grimoire is a spell book. It contains 1 spell. You can sell them, but only if it's a spell that you already have. Okay? So if it's a spell I don't know, I can't sell that grimoire. So how does this work? Well, let's do the 2 potions. I turn to page 86, and it has a D20 table of potions. So the first one is 18, which is an elixir of the chameleon. I'll have to look that up because I honestly don't know what that is. It has a sale value of 140 gold if I want to sell it. The second potion is 10. Potion of poison. Potion of poison. Okay. And that is, I can sell for 30 gold, so that's probably not worth selling. And then finally, the grimoire, what you do is on page 96. It's one of these 2 roll dice. There's a column and a row. You roll on this table for grimoires and scrolls. I didn't find a scroll, but I did find a grimoire. So blue will be the column and green will be the rows. So that's a natural 20 and an 18. 20, and then go over to 18, is destroy undead. I don't know that spell, so I cannot sell that grimoire. Even though I can't use it probably, because I think it's a necromancer. I could use it, but I'm probably not going to. If you can sell a grimoire, you can sell it for 200 gold, but obviously I can't do that. All right, so here's what's going to happen. I am going to update my character sheet, my warband roster, and I will make that available as a download with this video so you can see where my wizard and apprentice and my warband stands. There'll be a link where you can download the PDF of that. I am going to go ponder for a few minutes on what I want to do with my gold, my crew, because I lost 2 archers. Wow. So, and I also have a badly wounded, I've got 2 archers that are badly wounded and a dead archer. And so I've got some thinking to do. Maybe I'll come back with just thugs next week. But archers are so good. I love having archers. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. This is game number 1. I'm going to be playing this campaign out for a little while. My goal with this was to teach the game, to show people who have never played Frostgrave, or maybe they've seen it but not quite sure understood all the rules. I wanted to show them how it works, especially in a solo game. If I were playing an opponent, it would go wizard phase, apprentice phase, apprentice phase. And the way you determine who goes first is both wizards or both players roll a d20, and whoever gets the higher roll, they get to go first. And there are spells that can like give you bonuses on that. They call that the initiative roll. All right, if you have any questions about what you've seen, post them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Maybe other Frostgrave players will answer them before I get to them. But if you like this game, this is how it's played. You can play the entire game with just this one rule book. There are expansions. There are supplemental books that add new scenarios, new types of soldier, new spells, things like that. But most of the time when I play this game with people out at the game store, because we don't know what each other has in terms of expansion books, we typically just stick to the core rule book. And this is the 2nd edition core rules that you've been watching me play. All right, that's all I got. I'm going to go clean this character sheet up and get the video uploaded. And again, if you have any questions, just post them and I'll do my best to answer them. All right, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me as I played a game of Frostgrave 2nd edition. I'll be back again in a week with a new game. Until then, everybody, take care.